The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to the April 7th, the magical Monday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. Hey, let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. Now, the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, that means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I at just past 11 o'clock in the morning. I do want you to know that I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here. But more important than that, and that's this. During this next 53 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to send me an email. Send it off to Steve at TFNN.com. Inside the subject heading, please put radio show question. Of course, if you're inside our Tiger stand, which you should be, then any and every ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on Magical Monday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. Markets are moving fast. We've got a mixed bag out here. You've got the Dow trading down 449, S&P's off 25, Nasdaq's down 1, Russell's off 4, Dow's down 130, semis are up 87, Nasdaq Composite is basically flat. New York Stock Exchange off a couple hundred points. Gold is off $23. Silver's up 84 cents. Light sweet crude is back $1. Natural gas is off 2 pennies. So we got things to take a look at out here. As we look at signals coming from TD9 count signals, that is. The very first one that we see out here is the semiconductor index. So let's go take a look at the SOX index. Don't pay attention to the profiles here. They're irrelevant with regard to what's going to pop up. But what you're going to see is you're going to form a TD9 count bottom pattern today inside the semiconductor index for its daily time frame. And that chart hasn't populated, but I can tell you what it's going to show you as soon as it does get populated. The weekly time frame chart has a TD9 count bottom that went ahead and formed last week. Completed last week is what I should say. And that says that last week's low is at 35.2960. A price were to close below that, it negates that signal, and then we head to lower ground. So you've got a weekly TD9 count bottom and a daily TD9 count bottom, and the monthly price right now is testing this level of breakout support at 36.3873. 30-minute time frame chart is also on my screen out here. Price is trading above profile resistance, so that is a positive. We've been above that for more than 2 consecutive bars out there. In fact, we've been above it all morning long. So likely what the semis are telling you and I is it's time to rally. Now, Tom G wrote in his first question, many people's question, is what's going on with NVIDIA. So we're taking a look at the semiconductor index out there. Tom wants to take a long position, probably already has. Let's take a look at, that wasn't the set of charts I wanted. Let's take a look at this set of charts here. Figuring there are a number of questions might come in where people are looking for bottom signals. So I have not populated my system with all the normal charts. So maybe a little bit slower, but at least I'm going to provide you with better information as much as I can. So with regard to NVIDIA, if you take a look at the daily time frame, much like the semiconductor index, you've got a TD9 count bottom that's going to confirm today and will complete tomorrow. Now, what NVIDIA should do is it should rally up towards its oscillator and change line. On the daily time frame, that's up at the 104 and change level out there. On a 195-minute time frame, I believe there is a to B equals CD pattern to the downside out here. What price really needs to do, and I would say, Tom, the key level of resistance right now is in the 101.50-ish level. It's that 195-minute time frame chart where we've seen price rally right up into that level. If price can close above that, increase the odds that you're going to see a further rally. The 65-minute time frame chart has got a TD9 count bottom pattern out there. Not a ton of the intraday signals, not as many as you'd like to see out there. That doesn't mean that it hasn't bottomed, but likely we're to see a bottom either today or tomorrow inside of NVIDIA. Now, the weekly time frame chart, what the weekly time frame chart has is an A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. So what it needs a bullish reversal candle at week's end to confirm a Gartley buy pattern for it. So that's what's going on inside of NVIDIA. Let's go take a quick peek back at the main screen out there. Just make sure I didn't overlook any other signals. Signals I'm referring to there, quite frankly, are the TD9 count patterns. So the answer is I have not. Let's move on to the equity future contracts. First of all, I would ask you the following question. Which of the equity future contracts has already confirmed a bottom pattern? If you take a look at this, you're going to see bar number 7 across the board, so you know it's not that, right? What is it? What it is if you take a look at the Russell 2000, the Russell 2000 has traded above both Friday's high and Friday's low. As long as price closes one tick, that means one tick above today's open. Today's open out here, last night's open, I should say, was at 1782. One tick above 1782, and you'll have a key reversal bar. Key reversal bar requires 3 things. The first thing is you need to be in a stretched condition. Well, A to B equals CD patterns, getting towards the completion will get you there, but certainly a Rhodes momentum indicator signal does that, and that's what we have inside the Russell 2000 daily equity future contract. The second condition is you have to exceed the prior bar's high and low. Well, we've done that. I mentioned that. And then the third condition, you must close at least one tick in the opposite direction of the current trend. Don't know what today's ending Russell 2000 daily equity future contract bar is going to look like, but as of 11:12, that's the only one that's got a bottom signal. We do not have that bottom pattern signal inside the Dow equity future contract, inside of the NQ, or inside of the ES Mini. So in order for those to potentially form, now they need bullish reversal candles. That could form over the next couple of days. I could go on to form a TD9 count bottom pattern. In order to do that, we're going to have to get below today's low out there, at least tick below today's low, and you have to do that tomorrow to form bar number 8. There's a number of other things that are out there, but those are the patterns. So right now, with regard to the daily equity future contract, is the Russell 2000, the week indice, basically out here giving us a signal of what's to come over the next couple of days. We're going to find out, certainly. If we take a look at now the market went from oversold to extreme oversold at about 10:30 this morning. We are still just trading below the minus 150 level. That's that blue bar in the very bottom screen. Earlier in the day, we got down to the minus 250 level. Out there, you can see that other blue bar. We're now trading back above that. As long as you're below minus 150, which is what we closed below on Friday, you are in oversold conditions. Now, the New York Stock Exchange, much like the ES, the NQ, the YM, is also in bar number 7. Does not have a key reversal bar. Needs a bullish reversal candle to confirm a top. The Spot VIX Index, which is just, is on steroids, major steroids out there, at least the current future contract, because it is in contango like there is no tomorrow. Eventually, that pattern will fail. That pattern will fail. When that fails, we're going to see the Spot VIX Index make a run towards its 50-day exponential moving average. Heck, that's all the way down to 2204. That, no matter what, if it starts heading lower, it's going to give you some energy inside the S&P 500. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the Opening Call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched The Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. I'm having a little bit of a brain fart here, if you will. I don't think we covered the socks, and that was one of Duncan Steve's requests out there. Also, Amazon. Let's go back to the socks. Let's go up to, if I did, I'm just I'm recovering it. My apology. If you take a look at the semiconductor index out, yeah, we did cover this. That was at TD9 count. So we already covered that. Don't need to do that. Of course, you were looking at the SOXX ETF out there. Let me just put that up here for you so I can give you those figures to take a look at. So the semiconductor index ETF is what we're going to look at here. It's also going to show a TD9 count bottom pattern for its daily time frame, a completed pattern for its weekly time frame out there. The daily time frame is showing that price is dealing with just trading with inside its 30-minute profile. And so what it needs to do here is it needs to close above 164.13. Steve, if it can do that, close above 164.13, the signal would be it wants to make a move up towards its TD9 count breakdown level. That would be at the 181.14 area. Pay attention to last week's low. If we close below that, that pattern gets negated, that pattern being the TD9 count bottom, and that says that we head lower out there. I would say if we can close above that 164.13 level, certainly adds the idea of at least a counter trend move, and the counter trend move should take us up towards either the oscillator and change line, 177.80, or between the 184.57 and 187.03 level out there. So that's what we see when we take a look at the SOXX. You also wanted to take a look at the Amazon. So for Amazon, let's go into those multi-time frame charts out here. On a monthly time frame, Amazon has found support at the bottom of its daily profile. That daily profile number is at 169.79. The weekly time frame is in bar number 8 of a TD9 count. Likely to go ahead and confirm bar number 8 this week. Now that says that on a weekly basis, the bottom could form between this week and the next two. On a daily time frame chart, you're in bar number 7. because and prices run into resistance up at that 183.37 level. No bottom pattern just yet. Likely to form maybe a TD9 count bottom pattern beginning tomorrow. Maybe it's on Wednesday out there. The 195-minute time frame chart needs a bullish reversal candle, which it has. It's got a key reversal bar, so that has a confirmed by the D point pattern. In the case of the 195-minute chart, what you're looking for would be consecutive closes above 181.11-ish out there. 130-minute time frame, also a key reversal bar, so that's got to buy the D point pattern. Price has resistance at 185.40. That's the top of its profile. 65-minute time frame chart has a Rhodes momentum indicator bottom pattern. Here, price ran into resistance where a counter trend rally would end, Steve-O, and that was at the 181.20 level. So watch that, assuming no new profile forms for its 65-minute time frame. If price is able to close above that, that would be a bullish signal. On the 30-minute time frame, it would be a close above 181.54. That's its TD9 count to break a breakdown level, so price rallied up into that. So Amazon's got potential, but it's struggled to take out those key levels of resistance out there, and those are the areas to be paying attention to. YOY inside the Tiger's Den would like to take a look at wheat. Now, what I did not put up here for you, why, was the May contract. I put the December contract, and the reason I put that up here is because I believe you're trying to trade WEAT, the ETF, and the May contract is not a part of that. The May contract, actually, if you are trading wheat, and I can put it up on the screen, you'll see that it actually has a bottom pattern, whereas the December wheat contract does not. So I don't believe that, even though you've got a nice monthly TD9 count bottom that's going to go ahead and complete this week, you just don't have the right bottom signals on the daily or the weekly time frame for the components that are inside of WEAT. Let's see how long we've got to wait. Hopefully it's not too long out here to actually put up the May contract for wheat. For why? Maybe he's decided to trade the futures contract, and if so, then let me make sure that I provide you with that information, because the May contract has definitely formed a Rhodes momentum indicator bottom, at least as far as my recollection when I looked at it at about 5 or 6 this morning. Of course, I think that pattern's been in place for a few days out there. So right now, just kind of there you can see it. So you can see the Rhodes momentum indicator signal, which was then followed up with a bullish reversal candle, bull sash candle back on March the 31st. And what that has led to is that has led to a consolidation with inside its profile. Now, this is a bullish structured profile, and if as long as price remains above the 535.44 area, that's its red oscillator and change line, then that's going to signal that what the May wheat contract ought to do is make a run up towards the 568 level. Now, it can't get to 568 until it closes above the bottom of its weekly profile, which is 546.15. But if you were to ask me, is there a daily bottom in wheat for the May contract? The answer would be yes. The issue is the May contract is not part of WEAT's holdings. So I do hope that helps you out. Peak G writes in, nice to see you, Peak, and wants to take a look at the daily indices out here. So let's pull those up, and what he's really looking for are the TD9 counts. Bar number 7 on the cash indice for the Dow. Same thing for the S&P. Same thing for the Index 100. Same thing for the Russell Cash Index. However, what we can see here, we covered this with regard to the equity future contract. In the cash indice, we have exceeded both Friday's high and low. We we are in a stretch condition, and as long as price closes one tick above the open from this morning, we're trading more than one tick above the open right now, but that open was 1775.10. If we get a close at least above that with one tick, you'll have a key reversal bar, and the cash indice will confirm a bottom. The semis, they've got a TD9 count. That's going to go ahead and confirm a bottom today, complete that pattern tomorrow. The transports need a bullish reversal candle, which if it were to close one tick above today's open out here right now, this is for the transports, is at 13.046.93. So 13.046.94, if that's where we close or higher, you will have a confirmed Rhodes momentum indicator bottom pattern out there. That ought to take price up towards the 13.928 level. NASDAQ Composite in bar number 7. Same thing with the New York Stock Exchange. All of these indices, any bullish reversal candles will confirm by the D-point bottom patterns out there. So that's what's going on with regard to those indices. You also wanted to take a peek at Bitcoin. So let me get... let's get this chart up on our screen. Now, Bitcoin should be, I believe the futures contract is still April. So let's get the April contract up on our screen, see what kind of signals we have from it. We're going to have a little bit of a delay here. My apology for that. How about that Ovechkin breaking Gretzky's goal scored record yesterday? So cool. What a cool event. How cool for and I really do believe that Gretzky sincerely is happy about the record. He's still a great one. In any event, when we take a look at Bitcoin out here, what you'll see is that peak is you'll see Bitcoin is trading below profile support. That's at 81,435. You can see that what it's also doing is testing a prior Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom pattern, wave number 7 bottom pattern as well. Although I'm not going to investigate that. That is a peak G. Well, that's not a peak G. That would be a trough G, right? And so if we take that, must be your other half. Your peak G, she's trough G. In any event, out here, price is testing the Rhodes Momentum Indicator signal. That's what's more important. And as long as price remains above, that's Bitcoin, that is, on the April contract, above the price of 77,275, then that bottom will have held. You'll be trading above support, but below profile resistance at 81,435. You're going to get a TD9 count bottom pattern for the weekly time frame for the April contract out there. That's what's going on with regard to Bitcoin and its TD9 count pattern. By the way, no TD9 count on the daily worth really paying attention to. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back. We're going to take a gold, silver, and cats, not the musical. We'll be right back.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
This year has already been a wild ride for the market. We started off heavily in the red, reversed back to all-time highs, and we now have a trade war looming. Trying to play this chop as an individual trader leads to death by 1,000 cuts. Where does this market go next? Should I add to this position or cut my losses? Where is the next opportunity? Tariffs, trade wars, analysis paralysis. Don't become a victim of this intense market. Instead, join Larry Pesavento over the second and fourth Friday of every month for 3 hours of live trading. Larry has been through many markets just like this one, and the insight he provides is invaluable. The dates for this month are April 11th and 25th, 9 a.m. to noon Eastern Time. Get in here and let's start trading. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Trader's Edge is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Welcome back, folks. We've got the Dow trading now 960, S&P's off 98, NASDAQ is down 246. Let's go take a look at Goldilocks. Gold is down $32 right now. Let's get over to its multi-time frame set of charts out here. You got the daily time frame in the upper left-hand corner. Now, the important thing here with regard to the daily time frame, I'm going to go ahead and expand it. I'm going to try to do this. I don't try to do anything, either do it or I don't. My question is, will it close back up properly? But I wanted to open this up so that you could more clearly see the new daily profile that had formed on Friday. And that bottom of that profile is 3049.60. We closed below it on Friday. We're trading below it today. We have a profile change in trend signal. What does that mean? That means that we should seek out lower price, which is the 2810 level. That is the daily TD9 count breakout area. Now, actually, what I want to do here is, if you give me a moment, I'm just going to change to the weekly time frame. The only thing that's going to be incorrect when I change this is going to be the oscillator and change line. So what I wanted to do is show you, though, the new profile that is forming this week inside of gold. And you can see on a weekly basis that price is sitting right at that support level. That support level specifically being 3004.1 or 3003.6. Now, this is a weekly profile, so it's really about where we close on Friday versus where we're trading on Monday at 11:32 a.m. Nonetheless, if we start trading below that level, that's going to really be that signal that goes back to the daily chart and says, okay, what's really game out here, because you'll be below profile support on the weekly time frame. And so what that really then sets up is you'd go down to the next area of support. And on a daily, that's at 2810. So what I'm suggesting is watch where we're trading right now, but more likely than not, I think we're headed towards that 2810 level. If we look at the 5-hour time frame chart here, we have no bottoming signal. We have no bottoming signal on the 4-hour time frame chart. Well, on the 2-hour time frame chart, there is a buy the D point bottom, and that would be negated with a close below its bullish engulfing candle that had formed at about 2,200 hours. That is at 29.85. So watch 29.85. If price closes below that, that's going to be your signal that we're headed that we are headed lower, and likely going to go target that daily breakout level out there. So watch that for Goldilocks. So for silver, let's get this over and take a look at the daily, weekly, and monthly time frame set of charts out here. The daily time frame, you can see, just got crushed during Thursday and Friday's market crash out there. Silver, where silver did find support, was at its breakout level of $28.60. So I would say that that's the most important level there, peak, for you to be watching and observing out here. No bottoming signal on the daily time frame. Doesn't mean that it couldn't have bottomed, because of the weekly chart hitting breakout support at 2860 and the monthly hitting profile support at 2767 out there. So 2860 remains the real key level for silver. If it closes below that, then it too is going to head lower along with gold. It's not CATS that we're looking at, Steve-O. It's CTAS that we're going to go look at for Mr. Bill. So let's pull up those charts out there, Mr. Bill. If we take a look at its monthly time frame, you have price that is consolidating with inside its monthly profile. Support is down at the 189.54 level, or 189.47 as we speak. The weekly time frame has got support at its breakout area, which is what we're testing, 187.49. On a daily time frame chart, let me open this up. I do not see any kind of a bottom signal or pattern. Let's take that back. What we do have here is, hasn't done it just yet. So price looks to me like it's targeting the December 30th swing point. That swing point had 1.8 million shares. So far in today's trading, you've done 1.6 million shares. So price is pushing lower. By the way, today's low out here, is down at the 184.61. The swing point high that we're taking a look at is 184.55. So we've missed it just by a smidgen. We're pushing that swing point. I think it's likely to go target the swing point. You also have a TD9 count breakout here at 182.76. If price breaks through that swing point, it's going to generate a new A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. So again, the key level that you're watching on the daily time frame, 180.78. If price closes below that, you're headed lower out there. So that's what I see on the daily time frame. What do we see with regard to the other charts out here for CTAS? On the 195-minute time frame chart, price trading below its breakout level support at 191.18. Bar number 7 on the 130-minute time frame chart. No bottoming signal, just a negated TD9 count on the 65-minute chart. A negated TD9 count on the 30-minute time frame chart. So it does not look like the work for CTAS is necessarily done to the downside out there. So that's what I see when I take a look at those charts, Mr. Bill. Hope that helps you out. We had a request from ELO to take a look at UPS. So I'm going to go back to, did I get it in there? I don't think I did. Go back to the three time frame chart, see if this here populates a little bit quicker than that multi-time frame chart. So let's take a look at UPS. And my daughter sent me, there's some things being posted inside the den about Gretzky and Ovechkin. And first sent me a picture. I don't know if you've seen the picture of the two of them. When Ovechkin was just a boy, when Gretzky was had scored his final goal out. Anyways, very cool picture. And then, of course, the comparison this year. But I think it was that Ovechkin tied the record in one game less, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think that was the case. In any event, what we've got up here now is we've got UPS, got the charts for UPS up on our screen. You're just seeing, I know you're seeing charts, yeah. So now we take a look at UPS on the daily time frame. I don't see any kind of a bottoming pattern. Is there an A to B equals C pattern to the downside? Oh, most certainly there is. Now, has it been able to? I don't think it's come close to attaining the one. There's really a couple different. I'll take the most conservative A to B equals CD pattern, and we'll see if it's been able to at least attain that 1-to-1 level. Now I'm just going to move this over to the C point of that pattern. Okay, so it has at least attained that 1-to-1 level. So on a daily time frame, what you'd be looking for here, ELO, for a bottoming signal would be a bullish reversal candle. Short of that, price is likely to head lower. The weekly time frame chart would also have A to B equals CD patterns out here. So a bullish reversal candle for it would confirm a buy the D point pattern and Rhodes momentum indicator bottom. Short of that, price is likely to head lower. The weekly time frame chart not looking very good for UPS. We're trading below profile support. We are now trading into a swing point. Let me pull it back just a tad further. Okay, so we're trading into a swing point that formed out here in March of 2020. That swing point for UPS generated 163 million shares. Now, it's only the 7th, not even, right? And so far what we've done in volume is 33 million shares. So how do you do the math on that one? 33 million going into 163, some kind of straight line basis. I don't have the tools up on my screen to do that, and I don't have the mental capacity to do that in my brain out there. So, but you're still trading inside that swing point. Doesn't matter it's with or without volume. If it's with volume, that suggests that UPS wants to get down to at least test the $82 even Steven number. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pros pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Welcome back, folks. Having a few system issues here. Marvin had written in and asked me to take a look at ticker symbol HUB. And Marvin, I'm unable to pull that up on my system out there, so I don't know if that was the correct symbol. If it is, my apology, I can't pull it up. Don't know why. If it's not the correct symbol, if you go ahead and email me back, I'll try to get that up before the show is over. If not, I'll go ahead and send you a follow-up with an email. I do have a question that has come in. And the question goes like this. It's from JT in New York. It says, Steve, what looks better to you, the GDXU? We're not going to take a look at the GDXU because that's a triple. We will take a look at the GDX or the SOXL. So we already covered the SOX this morning, whether it was the SOXX, the ETF, or the SOX index. And that had the daily and the weekly TD9 counts out there. So I can already share with you that looks better. I have shared with you so far that it looks to me like what gold wants to do is trade lower. Now, it's sitting at that weekly support area out there. We know about the directional correlation between the GDX and gold. So that's another thing for you to take into consideration. At least watch those levels that we took a look at. On a daily time frame, the GDX is trading into its first level breakout support at 4019. So it's possible that this would be an area where you could see price rally from. My point is, watch 4019 that's very important. If price closes below that, then what price will do is go target its swing point from back on February 28th. That happened to be a TD9 count bottom pattern, a swing point with 15 million shares. So far in today's trading, and it's been to the downside, you're already at 16 million shares. So price is pushing lower with volume. The weekly time frame last week confirmed a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. Now, price is trading inside its buy zone. Buy zone is between 39.42 and 41.09. So again, there's a possibility, because price is still sitting at support, that the GDX has found a bottom. but it's not clear. It's not as clear as it was inside of the SOXX. On a monthly time frame, things look fine here. Prices trading about 40.47. 40.47 happens to be the top of its monthly profile. So their price is trading. It looks, the monthly chart looks good. So maybe what this is really signaling to you and I is we should expect and anticipate a daily correction, both in gold and the GDX. And then when that correction is done and we found a bottom pattern out there, then we're likely to resume that move to the upside. The 30-minute time frame chart has a Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom pattern, but its rally ran into resistance out here, and that's at the 42.83 level. So that's on the GDX. You asked me which of the two look better out there. If you listen to how I described the SOX, it wasn't as much of a struggle, right? So I'd say that at this stage here, that's what looks better is the SOXL. So I hope that helps you out. That was the last question I see that I've got by phone. I don't think that there is anything else by email out here. So I'm just going to start surfing around. So what do you want to surf around and take a look at first out here? Of course, I'm really talking to myself, right? So let's take a look at natural gas. Let's go see what natural gas is doing. We took a look at the daily update, and we noticed that natural gas was just simply holding support with inside its daily profile out there. Let's get a better feel for what's going on weekly, monthly, as well as intraday. So on a daily time frame, come on. Looks like I'm wrong. The daily time frame price, well, there we go. Okay, so I'm not correct. Price is trading inside its daily profile. It's got that Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. And so what we're watching for, it's trading into a swing point, natural gas. That had about 181,000 contracts. Today so far, 137,000 contracts. But we want to watch the bottom of its profile, which is $3.79. A close below that would suggest move back to 343, but it could also be triggering an A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. It closed below the low from March the 27th, and that low's at 373, 3.732 to be exact. That could trigger an A to B equals CD pattern. But the daily's testing profile support. The weekly also testing profile support at $3.66. And the monthly time frame is pulled all the way back to its breakout level of support. That's at $2.63 out there. And now price is trading above. So on a monthly basis, things look good here for natural gas. It's just the daily and the weekly sitting at support. Yeah, that's really all that I can say about natural gas. How about light sweet crude? Let's go see what light sweet crude is doing out here. That has gotten the kicked out of it over the last three trading sessions, trading all the way back at 60.85. So let's try to figure out what light sweet crude is doing in relationship to its weekly and its monthly time frame chart, and then see if there's any other kind of signal from the daily time frame. So again, here, just waiting for this to populate. Just the way that it is with so much activity going on inside the system. So the monthly time frame suggests that on a further move lower, price would be targeting its breakout level, and that's at $57.53. You can see on a monthly basis, that's that bottom left panel chart. We're trading below profile support. On a weekly time frame, we're trading below profile support. It's oscillator and change line out there. So even if there's an A to B equals CD pattern, this is going to need a bullish reversal candle to confirm the buy the D point pattern out there. You're trading below breakout level of support at 64.97. So light sweet crude's work on a weekly basis may not be done to the downside. On a daily time frame out here, let's take a quick peek and let's go. So you've got a TD9 count pattern that has failed. Is a very clear A to B equals CD pattern. Let's go ahead and draw this in. So our A to B approximately. I'm going to go just simply move this over. So it looks to me like it has attained the 1-to-1 level. But you can see that price, because of the crash, and that is a crash, most certainly, a straight gigantic move to the downside, even though it's attained the 1-to-1 area out there. This would suggest doing more than a 1-to-1 A to B equals CD pattern. However, what we can say out here is we are in wave number 7. That is letter G to the downside. A higher low will confirm that pattern, and that would then suggest that price would rally up towards its oscillator and change line. That's at 66.78. So that's the daily time frame for light sweet crude. On an intraday basis, a nice TD9 count bottom pattern. Led to a nice rally that suggested price ought to continue to move higher. Why did it stop where it stopped? The best answer to that question, I don't have one. How about that? Is Stevie's best answer. We'd have to look at the other intraday charts on LightSweet Crude in order to try to get a feel if there was a profile level or something along those lines. I'm not going to do that. I won't do that. I'll just simply try and pull up another instrument for you. Let's take a look at, there was a question about the GDX. Let's look at Newmont Mining. So Newmont Mining is the number one weighted instrument inside of the GDX. Let's try to figure out if there's any signals coming from Newmont Mining. Out here again, takes just a short period of time here for these charts to populate. Looks like Newmont Mining is trading out at 4507. And on a weekly basis, that is, maybe it wasn't. It was 4486. 4486 is the weekly oscillator and change line. We are trading above that. So at this moment in time, that is a weekly short-term bullish signal out there. The monthly time frame chart is just found resistance at the top of its profile. So that says what you're really watching for there is 4760. Need to see it close above 4760. On a daily time frame, Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom looks to me like what Newmont wants to do is go target the 4225 level. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pros pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey. Because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
Welcome back, folks. We'll take a look at the stock chart here for Chevron. CVX is the ticker symbol. We can see we're trading at 139.82, and prices pulled back to a breakout level, 137.42 that is held, and is pulled back to a TD9 count bottom pattern that formed on September 11th. Now, that TD9 count bottom pattern had volume of 9.5 million shares. In 2.5 hours of trading or thereabouts, we've done 7.5 million shares. So price is pulling back. Even though it's rejected that swing point, it's pulling back with volume. What that suggests, Fletch, is that at least that high, the high of that swing point, should get tested again, 138.48. Now, I don't know whether that's tomorrow or the next day, or if you close below that level, you close inside that swing point because we've got volume, then that would be a signal that you're going to go test a low of 135.37. Watch 138.48. That's from the daily time frame. On a weekly time frame, we take a look at CVX. Price also pulling back to a prior swing point, that same one. Now, on a weekly basis, it was 40 million shares. Again, today, we're already at 7.5 million shares. Monthly time frame is pretty much just a sideways consolidation pattern out here, but the key level to be watching on a monthly basis is going to be the September low, September 2024, and that's at 135.37. If you close below that, that triggers an A to B equals C dependent on the downside, and that would also suggest a move to 101.88. 30-minute time frame, TD9 count, Rhodes momentum indicator bottom pattern, but price needs to close above 146.95 to gain any type of upside traction. Lastly, we'll take a look at Marvell for Duncan inside the Tiger's Den. Marvell forming a, that wasn't it. Let's try that again. Marvell forming a TD9 count bottom pattern today. So you're going to bottom today or tomorrow. That pattern will complete on the bar following bar number 9. Here you can see that price rallied right up into that oscillator and change line. We know that that has been a key level of resistance, 54.54-ish. You've got a weekly TD9 count bottom that completed last week out there. And the monthly chart is the one that doesn't look so good, but the daily and weekly for Marvell, Duncan, they're saying they want to bottom and rally, but you've got to get above, look, first here on the daily basis, get above 54.46 would be good, but in order for that to not be a counter trend move, you got to get a close above 62.04. Folks, have a marvelous Monday. Thanks so much for joining me. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow on Terrific Tuesday. Stay tuned for all the great programming. Take care.